God bless you all. You are with us today or tonight, actually. Fire Talk with Bishop and Bishop. Well, we've been off about maybe a couple of months because of the year 2020 and consecration services, but we're back streaming and back with our talk show, and we still have the lovely Erica Bishop.
Appreciate you, Bishop.
How you doing, Bishop?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good, good.
You know what? I ain't seen you since last year.
That joke don't never get old.
Yeah, it always on time.
Yes, sir.
I know 2020 has been a rough year, struggle for everybody, and we lost some loved ones and members, and we certainly, praying and that God will comfort you and keep you. But now we are in 2021.
Yes, sir.
Can you believe it?
I cannot, actually.
And January is already gone.
Gone. The time is flying by so fast.
And would you believe it? I spent the first 11 days of 2021 in January quarantined because I had COVID-19.
Yeah.
My wife, Prophet Coleman, my daughter, and even my son.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
But God brought y'all through.
He brought
We're
us
so
through,
thankful. I'm so
and I'm
glad you're
thankful.
here.
I never believe it, but I'm very thankful. It's just the grace of God.
Yes.
I'm here today or tonight in February 2021.
Amen.
Well, let me ask this question.
Yes, sir.
How you like to set?
I love the set. I am so excited. I wish you all could see this in person. It's so beautiful. The camera doesn't really do it justice. It's so nice. Put some hearts up and thumbs up for Bishop and all the hard work that he did on putting this set together. Our Bishop got some skills, don't he? I love it. It's beautiful in here. I love it.
Because this is your first time seeing it outside.
Yes.
A photo.
Yes, yes. And I'm happy to be here. I love the carpet and everything. It's beautiful. It's beautiful,
I
Bishop.
finished this right before I came down with COVID-19, believe it or not. And actually, I was talking to Justin, and we were talking about doing this. I thought I'd probably get started on this, probably be in February or March, and we'll be using it in March. And actually, after we finished, we projected that we would start using this probably next month.
Right.
But things worked out. We got all our wires and cables and all that hooked up, and we was able to say, hey, let's do it tonight. Let's start tonight. Say, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
So things just kind of fell in place.
Yep. You set a goal.
Set a goal. and you know what else? I'm glad you said you like it. And the colors, our rug here, carpet, and all the scenery, lights and everything. But there's one thing missing.
What's missing?
Believe it or not, one thing missing. We don't have a name for our studio. But you know what? We ought to have some kind of a contest.
We should. That's a good idea, Bishop.
Have a contest. See how I just work things? But
Our
we
Bishop
ought to
got
have a
skills.
contest, really. And give us some names. I
Yes.
mean, we would like to connect with us and share with us that we need a name for our studio. Because right now, it's just a studio.
Right.
But I would love to have a name and maybe a logo to go along with it.
Yeah, that'd be
For
nice.
marketing and
Yeah.
advertisement. Maybe somebody out there looking for a place, space, to rent, to do a show or something like what we got.
Yeah.
Podcast, you can do that here.
Yeah.
Talk show.
Yeah.
We got a podium here where, we can move the table out
Yeah.
and, stand right there and bring a mini sermon.
Yeah.
So it's a lot you can do down here.
Yeah.
It's a lot you can do. But we don't have a name. So if you got a name, I like to hear it, I like to see it, and maybe we consider it, and that we may say, hey, this will work.
Yeah.
Now I know we can come up with all these Bible names, but I kind of like to think out of the box, biblically. I mean, it's good too.
Yeah.
Samson Studios and Delilah Studios. And,
No, not Delilah. No. We don't want her.
all these different names, you can do the Temple Studios.
Right.
But, we kind of want to be a little contemporary as well, a little biblical too.
Yeah. Think outside the box.
You know what? I'll be willing to do this. This is on the spot. But if we like your name, we'll look it over, check it out, share it. But if we like your name, I'm willing to give $50 gift card.
Oh, well, I better put my submission in right now.
Put it in. You may have it.
Yeah.
I thought about a few names. I'm not going to say what the, well, No, I ain't gonna say what
No,
mine are.
don't tell
But
me.
I said, you know, well, let's have some fun with this, and you know, let the members or whoever's watching us see this, accept, and then they may have a good name better than one I may come up with.
That's true.
How about that?
So how should they submit their name? Put it in the comments or email you?
Comments or email? Email
Okay.
probably be better.
Okay.
Email. So that email address will be pastortcoleman@gmail.com.
All right.
pastortcoleman@gmail.com.
All right.
Or they can email you.
All right. Well, you can email me at House of Bishop Consulting. I'll have to add that to the comments because I know that's very lengthy, but that's HAUS of OF Bishop, my last name, his first name, consulting@gmail.com, or put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Yes. So we'd like to hear from you. A name for our studio.
Yep.
Now, we give you a few little hints that will help you. It's in the church.
That's
okay?
number one.
All right. It's in the lower level of the church. Okay, in one of our classrooms. That's as far as I can give you. I may give you a little groundwork to put some things together. You may think it's up on the main floor,
Right.
somewhere in the conference room, you know, somewhere, you know, in my office, you know, but no, it's in the lower level of our church. It's also in the church. Okay,
It's in the back cave.
right. So we'll give you that much something to go off of. All right? Okay. Are you ready? We got a lot of good things, you know, planned this year for 2021. And I thought that this show tonight, our program, that we would talk about the principles of goal setting. And I thought about that, you know, there's a lot that took place in 2020. We had goals, we had visions, we had a lot of dreams of things that we were going to do, you know, in 2020. And we started out January with that, February with that, and all of a sudden COVID-19 just slammed us.
Yep.
Shut down.
Everything.
We lost businesses. We just barely held on to our businesses, restaurants, and all. We had goals that we was gonna buy a home or we were gonna buy a new car. We was do so much. We lost our job, and so much that went on in 2020 that I thought about. We can start out this year talking about revisit our dreams, plans, and goals for 2021, as well as start or restart.
Yeah.
Because we're in that season.
Yeah.
And a lot, like I said, has taken place since then. And so we just want to energize you, amen, to get started again, because there's a lot of things that happen on the negative side, but there's a lot of great things happen on the positive side.
It was.
And just like you take this set here, 2020, this was not one of my plans or goals to have this for the church.
Right.
But it was birthed
Yes, it
out
was.
of the pandemic.
Yes,
so
it
there's a
was.
lot of things, good things. I'm talking about good things that took place in 2020, and we can look at COVID, look like it was a curse, but also on the other hand, COVID-19 was really a blessing.
Yes, it
because
was.
it birthed a lot of good things out of the situation.
Yeah, it caused us to have to dig deep in places, in wells that we didn't even know existed. And so, you know, you're absolutely right, Bishop. I concur that the pandemic birthed a lot of creative, innovative ideas out of everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
And being quarantined, you couldn't go nowhere, you couldn't go
Right.
out. So basically you sitting at home, well, you know what? Now I can write that book.
Yeah.
Put my book together, draft the papers up. Now I lost this over here, lost that, but now maybe what I really want to do in life, I can start that up right now.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of good things, positive things on the other side. Investments,
Yes.
financial things. I can tell you, with the church, the Lord blessed us to do some things during the COVID-19 season that
Yes.
we're in. And still looking forward to God doing something for us.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So let me start out just by reading the scripture, and then we'll kick it off from there. Proverbs 16:9, I'm reading from the Amplified, and says, excuse me, a man's mind plans his way as he journeys through life, but the Lord directs his steps and establishes them. That's Proverbs 16:9. Then Proverbs 19:21, is many plans are in a man's mind, but it is the Lord's purpose for him that will stand, be carried out. So what we want to talk to you today or tonight about is the principles of goal setting. Goal setting. You hear dreams, I got goals. Maybe this year, maybe you thinking about losing some weight, or maybe going to the gym, or you plan to do this or plan that. But how do I reach that? How do I got the thing in mind, but how do I take the steps to get there?
Exactly. So I'm noticing that what I was just sharing with Bishop before we started recording, that one person that we all know and love very much is Steve Harvey. And what he does is he has these mini motivational videos that he puts out, every so often in between shooting shows, I believe.
Right.
And so on one of those motivational videos, he said what he does and what he has done is he wrote his goals out every year or every so often. He takes a piece of paper and writes out what he wants to do for this year or this season or maybe for the shows, and then he'll write that out, take a picture of it, and put it on his phone, on his tablet, make it his screensaver on his laptop or computer, and have it various places so that it's always before him. And I thought that was a great way to start goal setting, because like the scripture says, write the vision, make it plain, so that he that readeth it on tablets may run with it.
There you go.
And so, he didn't say walk, he said run. That means that you're going somewhere with it. And I find that, like, just a few days ago, and I know you probably won't be able to see this, but I took his advice and did the same thing, and I made my 2021 goals, wrote them down on some yellow notebook paper, and made it my screensaver so that every time I'm opening my phone, I can see where I want to go. And then I even put months and dates to it. By this time, I want to have this done. By this month, I want to have this done. My cousin Michelle, her business is called A Little More Creations, and she makes personalized T-shirts, pins, bedazzled things. I mean, the girl is bad. If you can catch it, go check her out on her Facebook page. But she called me and said, Erica, I want to get my business going, and I have everything and my goals broken down into quarters. And she said, in quarter one, what I want to do is get my LLC.
Right.
And so she said, can you please help me with that? Because I do have a consulting business where I do that. But she said, can you help me with that? And so her and I just talking, and I'm helping her get her LLC. And she's telling me that these are my goals for quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. And so I just thought that was amazing how she broke it down in quarters just for her business. And, you could do it like that, but you have to have some type of goal. And so because she had her quarters broken down, she is constantly inboxing me on Facebook. Okay, thank you for helping me with my LLC. That's part one done in my quarter one plan. So now my next plan is to get my EIN. And she's asking me for my advice on how you do that and where do you go, what do I need to take to the bank. And then every step of the way, she was like, okay, I got number 2 done on my quarter one plan. And so that's a way to set goals and reach them and just have a list and cross it out. It's something about having a piece of paper and crossing it out that helps you feel accomplished, because then you can look back and say, I did that.
That's right.
And if I did that, I can do that.
Right. And that's excellent, your cousin, because it's like short-term goals will help you reach the long-term goals.
Exactly.
To the finish end.
Yes.
But you got to start somewhere. And I agree with you and your cousin, because if our artists could see, there's a chalkboard behind these lights. And if you know what's on the chalkboard, I just one day when I walked in this room, in this classroom, I looked around, I said, I want a studio to be in here for our Fire Talk as well as our Bible class, or whatever else we may have. And so how I'm gonna get started? I see the end picture of it, but where do I get started? So I wrote up number 1, I wrote out, you can see on that chalkboard, I said the ceiling gotta be tore out. 2, we wanted to paint the ceiling and the walls black. Number 3, I had the electrical work has got to be put in, extra boxes and outlets. That was, I think, number 4. Then I came up with the staging, you know, like all the tables and chairs, all that.
Right.
And whatever else. Then the last piece was making sure that we got a setup, you know, which was the production piece of it,
Right.
you know, that we were able to do all the shoots down there. So every time I got one thing done,
Yep.
and I said, I'm just that step closer.
Yep.
I think I had about 6 things I had to do down there. And every time I looked at the scrap, 4 more things I got to get done, 5 more things. And it got me closer, and I got more excited, and it built my confidence.
Right,
about,
right.
Hey, I'm almost there.
Right,
But
right.
do that. You just take a piece of paper, like Erica said. Get a piece of paper. And I remember when I was going to Bible college, a lot of times they would say, you know, God would give you a thought to preach or something to teach, or you may see a billboard or you see something, write it down.
Yeah.
Keep a little notebook and write it down. You can go back later and just add the meat to it.
Yeah.
Because you don't write it down, you know what's going to happen? You forget it.
It's gone.
And it happened many a time. I didn't have dreams. I didn't have vision. Woke up the next morning. I know I'd be like the king in the Bible. I know I had a dream. I know I had a vision, but what was it?
Right.
And I'll be scratching my head all day trying to remember, but it's gone.
Yeah.
But write it down. Write it down and start putting the pieces together, how you're going to reach that end result. That end result. So first of all, when you write it out, that's the plan. That's the plan. And then, like you said, once you write it down and you run with it, that's the plan of action. The plan of action. Now, it ain't gonna happen overnight.
No.
Building a set didn't happen overnight.
No.
I mean, it took maybe about 4, maybe 6 weeks. I was searching around, went to Habitat, went to different places looking for the right table. And now let me say this, and a shout out if my mom was watching. My mother donated to the church this nice TV set that we got back here. She donated that, so I just bought a stand to go with it.
Yeah.
And because she wanted a new TV for her and Jim, so I said, well, Mom, we'll get, you give me the TV, but I'm still gonna give you something that will help you get your new TV. But she donated, so I'll just give it to church. Mom, thank you so much. You brought the vision to pass, or help us bring the vision to pass. Thank you, Mom.
Let's put some hearts up for Bishop's mom.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
You got to take them steps. And if you look at our little backdrop, the principles of goal setting, you see these little icons, and it's a road, you know, and each spot point, you know, you're getting there to the end.
Right. It's a destination mark.
Yep. Destination. What you say?
Mark.
Mark. Yeah, Mark. You kind of got me on that one.
I'm sorry.
So it was so quick, spontaneous, you know. And what else points that we can bring out in goal setting?
Well, like this picture is a great example of, you know, like you can see the road and you can see like the road map, and it kind of gives you a compass of where I'm at, where I'm going. You know, I think you kind of had something about a map in your notes, Bishop, of where, you know, when you turn on your Google Maps and then it tells you, go here, turn left here, make a right here. And even if you're on an 8-hour road trip, eventually, if you're following those road maps, map destinations, you'll eventually get to where you gotta go.
Right.
It might take 8 hours, it might take 18 hours, but you still will eventually get to where you need to go. And so it, like Bishop is saying, you gotta take the time to sit down. That's step 1 is really writing the goals out.
Right.
Step 2 might be, okay, how am I going to get step 1 complete in my goals list? How am I going to start losing weight? What's step 1? Go to the grocery store, buy better food, throw out all this old food. Step 2 of your goal might be now work out. Where am I going to work out? Is it a gym nearby? Do I have money for a membership? No. I can go to YouTube, look up some workouts online, work out in my living room. Do I have money for a Peloton?
Peloton, that's it, yeah.
Peloton bike. I have a friend that has a Peloton bike. Do I have money for that? Maybe I'll buy an exercise bike. Or like Evangelist Simon did, she called me. She said, well, I got to go. I want to, get healthy. So I need you to buy me a walking stick. And so I was a part of her plan.
Okay.
I bought her the walking stick, but she didn't wait until I bought the stick to go walking. She just started walking in her neighborhood. And that was, her taking the first step.
Right.
And that's usually where we get hung up at, Bishop, is we make the list, but we don't take the first step.
Right.
And we got to take the first step. And sometimes taking the first step is the hardest step because you are moving from comfort zone to a level of being uncomfortable.
Right.
And so, because working out ain't easy, because I tried to start.
Don't tell off on yourself now.
I tried to start last week, and I did pretty good, and I'm doing pretty good. But, my muscles were sore, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm tired. My muscles hurt and all of that. But what I noticed this week while going to work is I'm walking up and down the steps a little bit better. It's not like, oh my gosh, I got to sit down and take a breath. Now it's like I'm running up and down the steps a little bit better, a little bit easier. Muscles still might be a little sore, but that's because I went from comfort zone, which was the bed, the cover, the couch, to uncomfortable zone, which was let me get down here and get my sweat equity up.
Right. So I know last year, I guess around November, maybe December, but I joined Planet Fitness.
Okay.
And that was the first step because they just built one out there where I live at.
Okay.
So it's close by. And before then, a couple of pastors and I, we would just get out and walk at Florissant Valley and different places, like that, just walking. We weren't trying to lose no weight.
Yeah.
We didn't have no goal, but the goal was let's get out and walk at least 3, maybe 4 times a week because we knew it was healthy to release stress. But when it got cold and then they started shutting things down, I said, man, I still want to keep this thing up.
Yeah.
So I had to do a restart.
Right.
The restart was I'm going into Planet Fitness, which I did, and got me a membership. Then the second step, I had to go and say, now what I'm going to do?
Right.
Weights or treadmill, stair steppers. I said, I'm going to do a treadmill. Then I had another goal. I'm going in. My goal is a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. So my goal was a mile and a half, at least do a 30-minute workout. Right. That's my goal. Right. I'm not trying to lose any weight, but my goal is to do a 30-minute workout. So my next goal is to at least go 2 or 3 times a week.
Yep.
I went Monday, I went Wednesday. I had planned to go yesterday, but some things come up. But I'm gonna try to make it my business tomorrow morning. I go get my hair cut, then I go to Planet Fitness and I get it in, And I know that they say that's good for you just to walk.
Yeah.
To walk. So you gotta put a plan together and then you gotta be disciplined to stay with it.
Yes.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Whatever you're doing, stay with it.
Yes. And I think that's the point of the list. And I think that's the logic behind Steve Harvey saying, I'm going to put it on my phone. I'm going to put it somewhere visible so you can be accountable for yourself and say, oh, I got this list in front of me. So I'm recognizing that I'm not maintaining my goals. Just like every time I open my phone, I see, oh, I didn't do this today. I didn't do that today. And so with it before you all the time, you're accountable for your laziness and you're accountable for your discipline. And so I think that that's the science behind making the list, checking it twice, trying to find out who's naughty or nice. No, that season is over. But really, in all seriousness, visualizing it, just like you said, when you came in here every day, you saw the chalkboard and it made you responsible, like, okay, this is where I'm at, so this is what I got left to do. And it does help keep you honest with yourself and with your goals. So I would say that that's a great starting point, is write your goals down. What do you want to do for the year? And even break it down to what you want to do for the month. And how do you want the year to end? So that way, when New Year comes again, you can look back at your list,
Right.
see what you accomplished, see what's still left to do, and then maybe carry some of those ideas over to the next year
Right.
and start there
Right.
and then continue on with your list. That way you'll always be in a mode of achievement and knocking your goals
Right.
down and getting closer to your dreams.
You got to have a plan.
Got to.
And if you don't have a plan, as they say, you plan to fail.
Right.
I think about Joseph, when our time is really getting away from, I think about Joseph, that he spoke to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh had this dream.
Yep.
You know, and he interpreted the dream. He said, listen, in your lean years, now we're talking finance.
Right.
In your lean years, put some money up.
Yep.
You know, while you having all these good years, you got promotions coming in, you're making good money, all like that. Put some money aside, put some money up.
Yep.
Because if the lean, see, a lot of people are facing that right now.
Yes.
Because they didn't see the pandemic coming.
Right.
You know, they didn't put no savings up. It's good, money rolling in, but they didn't have no savings or plan for 6 months for your mortgage note or whatever the case may be, and they're losing things because they didn't have a plan.
Right.
And so Joseph gave the Pharaoh a plan.
Yes, he did.
He said, the plan, man, is when you're doing good, put some money up.
Yep.
Put some money aside. You're doing good. Because when the lean years hit, you got something to do what? Fall back on.
Yep.
Now, the principle in it all is they had a plan.
Yeah.
They had a plan. And that's
And they stuck with it.
they stuck with it. Yeah, so you got to stick with. So you need to get your budget together, because that's a part of the plan. Because it's gonna cost money.
Yeah.
You know, to do whatever you're gonna do, like in here, lights and this, that, and the other. But you got to have a plan. Basically, that's it. Is having a plan. Well, our time is just about up. And again, Bishop, I thank you. I appreciate you so much. And again, I'm so glad to see you this year.
I'm so glad to see
Yeah.
you this year. I'm glad we made it through.
Yeah. And I'm loving this set.
I do
and
too.
I just couldn't, I really couldn't wait, you know, to use it. I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna be looking at next month.
Yeah.
But it looked like we were 4 weeks. And you know what else? When I had that list set up, and then I looked at it, there was a few times I looked at it, I really was 2 weeks behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was 2 weeks behind.
You can't tell?
Yeah, I was 2 weeks
It
behind.
looked like it took Bishop 6 months to do this.
And then looked like things just speeded up. Again, you know, the plan was to be using this next month.
Yeah.
But things worked out that it came out that we were able to start today.
Yeah,
Isn't
God
that
know what He's
wonderful?
doing.
God knows what He's doing. God's got a plan. I preached that on this past Sunday.
Yes, you did.
God's got a plan.
Yes, you
I don't
did.
care what the situation may be in your life and COVID-19 or sickness or whatever, amen. God's got a plan for your life. And He had a plan for Jeremiah's life. And He got plans for the expected end for you to prosper and be successful. All right? We're coming to a close. Let me give you a few announcements, and then we closing out. One is this, that's the buzzer. Let me know our time is up, okay? So don't freak out that the building's on fire and we got to run out of here. But this Sunday, if you come out, they tell me it's going to be real cold, but it's going to be real warm in the building. At 10:30 is Super Gold Sunday. Super Gold Sunday. We'll be right here at 10:30. We got some special guests, and our sanctuary is already dressed out, kind of looking like a football field. And we're going to talk more about reaching the goals
Yes.
and plans and stuff like that
Yes.
on this Sunday morning. So if you want to hear more about what we are doing and how to reach your goal, come and visit us this Sunday at 10:30, and we will share with you, and you can share with others, because I think it's very necessary. And certainly this year, we got to have a plan.
Yes, we do.
We got to have a plan for 2021.
Yes,
Because
we do.
don't know what's going to happen,
No.
but we got to put a plan together. And these scriptures, one thing I know is that a man's mind plans. But here the secret is, but the Lord directs, gives him steps
Yes.
for his plan. So don't leave God out.
No.
Don't leave God out of your plans. All
Because
right?
He the one gave it to you in the first place.
That's right. That's right. Another thing on this Sunday is you can wear your Chiefs, you can wear Tampa Bay, you can wear whatever NFL, you know, your favorite team is, even though they're not in the Super Bowl, you know, the Rams, you know, whoever, come, you know, let's have a good time, and we're going to share with you in the name of the Lord. All right, Bishop.
All right,
I'll let
Bishop.
you have the closing words. I'm finished on this end.
Well, like Bishop just said, come for part 2, really, of goal setting on Sunday. Join us this Sunday morning, and we're going to expand. Well, Bishop is. He's going to expand and preach the house down on how to set your goals and smash your goals. And that's what we want to do in 2021. We want to set goals, we want to accomplish things, we want to smash our goals, and we want to look back on this year and next year and say, I did this, I accomplished this, God ordered my steps, and he is faithful to do so. And that's all I got to say, Bishop.
All right, God bless you. You know how we do it. Countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love y'all. See you Sunday. God bless you.